Good morning, I'm Tracy Faulkner from Lush Fabrics, here with your release this Sunday. We have 7 new fabrics for you today with a range of bases and some really pretty prints as well. So, first one is something different. This is a whole new base. It's called Crepe Siena, but first of all let me show you the amazing print that this one is. Check that out. Isn't it so pretty? The colours are amazing. On my screen here it's not coming up as bright as it actually is. This fabric is called Fluorescence and it is definitely fluorescent. But it's really beautiful. The pink, the purples and the blue I think really tone it down. I see a really gorgeous skirt in this, or a dress or a top, so many things. Anyway, this fabric is called Crepe Siena. And it does have a crepey texture. It is 92% polyester and 8% spandex, so it's got really, really great stretch. And it's about 180 GSM, so it's the same weight as brush poly is. Really gorgeous drape as well. And it's about the same thickness as double brush poly, but the rest of it then reminds me of Liverpool, and I think it's just because of the crepey texture. Let's see if I can get it to come up on the screen at all. Can you see that crepey texture that's there? That sort of a texture can be very forgiving. Now the inside, generally the inside of our fabrics are quite slinky and smooth. This one is not particularly slinky or smooth, but it is similar to the inside of Liverpool, if that helps you at all. If you haven't tried Liverpool, I'm sorry, that doesn't really help you at all, does it? But you could use this in the same way that you would use a brush poly. Or a Liverpool, to be honest, because it really is a bit of a mixture between the two. Really pretty. It's definitely worth giving a go. I haven't actually sewn anything up in this one yet, but I must get something sewn up. That might help you to see how it works, mightn't it? Alright, we've got some nice colours for this one today. So, amethyst, double brush poly, looks really pretty with it. All the purples look really good. Violet, double brush poly, looks really good. Slate, single brush poly, looks nice. And again, all of these are up on the website. You can have a proper look with a big piece draped over the side of Molly, so you can see what they look like. This is periwinkle blue. Lilac cotton spandex. We have now sold out of that, but if you happen to have any of the lilac cotton spandex at home, matches beautifully. And last one, lavender, double brush poly as well. So I know that you guys are very apprehensive about new bases, and I totally understand that, but I think this one will be absolutely gorgeous sewn up, and I will try and get my act together and sew something up as well, maybe even for this afternoon. We'll see how, no promises, we'll see how we go. I have quite the sewing list at the moment, but it's really quite cute. My sewing at the moment, I have been trying to find things which are a little bit different from what I used to wear. My shape has changed a bit, so I don't need to go with the same sorts of things that I used to wear, so I'm trying to find some different stuff. So I've turned to Pinterest, which I'm sort of on and off Pinterest. I haven't been on it for quite a few years, but I found all these really great outfits, and what I'm wearing today is from one of those inspiration style pictures. The picture looks a little bit different from what I'm wearing. It's very much the same up the top and the sleeves, but then it just kind of glowed, and that just looked a little bit like a sack on me, but I really quite like it with the belt. I'm going to stand up on my little stool so you can see. I've kind of hitched it up a little bit so it's a bit short. I should probably hitch it down a bit, but I quite like it like this. So it's a pinspiration fail, but I've still got a wearable outfit out of it, so I'm quite happy. This is the olive single brush poly, and it's quite easy to make, and it's pretty comfortable to wear. So it's a winner in the long run. We got there in the end. Okay, so my next fabric to show you is a single brush poly, and it's one of those super wide single brush polys. I think you're going to like this one because navy and white is always quite popular, and it's quite a pretty print. it kind of is floral, but it's not a in-your-face floral, if that makes sense. It's really quite a pretty print, I think. So single brush poly is brushed on the outside, nice and soft and smooth, slinky and cool to the touch on the inside, which is what goes up against your skin. So it's really nice to wear, even in the summer, I find. I tend to run quite hot, but single brush poly I find really nice to wear because of that slinkiness against your skin. Works for me. Everyone's different. It's what works for me. Okay, so we've got some good horizontal stretch and really good vertical. Nice drape. So single brush poly has really good drape, but it also has really good recovery to its stretch, which means you can use it for so many different garment types, so many different things. You could wear it, say, for leggings. It would work for leggings, and then it works for like a blousey type dress like this as well. So it's a really, really useful fabric because it can make up so many different things. So this one matches nicely with white double brush poly and navy Rayon modal because it's a nice dark navy. So this is called Tempest, and it's a single brush poly, extra wide, about 170 centimetres wide. So keep that in mind before ordering, because it can really, you might just be able to fit that extra pattern piece across the width of the fabric and not need to go down the length. So you might only need to order 1.5 meters instead of 2 meters that the pattern requires. So just check that out. If you can save a little bit there, you might as well. Okay, Tempest. Now, this one here, this one has been teasing some people on the shelves in my front room for a little while. It is a cotton spandex. It's 180 GSM and 160 centimetres wide, so a little bit wider than average again. I'm going to bring it up close because it's got this really cool stitched effect going horizontally across it. I'll show you the back of it too, because you can see the same stitch effect on the back, but you can't really feel anything there. It shouldn't be aggravating or anything on the back. It still feels nice. Now this is one of the fabrics which doesn't feel too stiff, this one, but probably a bit stiffer than you would like. But once you put it in the machine and give it a wash, it softens up beautifully. And being a natural fibre, being cotton spandex, it should definitely be washed before you cut it to sew your product to your garment, because natural fibres do shrink. So, I mean, I recommend washing everything because you just don't know. You don't know how much colour is going to come out of something. You don't know how much it's going to shrink. And if you just give it a quick wash, for me, I just do the 30-minute quick wash cycle in my washing machine, and then I throw it straight in the dryer, because that way I've done the worst that I can possibly do to my fabric before it's cut out. So it shouldn't then, if it goes in the dryer again, once it's a sewn up garment, which it will because I'm a very lazy washer, it's fine. It's not going to shrink any more than it already has. So definitely give this a wash. So cotton spandex, it's got some stretch, not a huge amount, but it does have some stretch. The stretch percentages are always up on the website as well. Just really a little bit of give vertically. So patterns, when you're looking at the pattern that you want to sew up, it'll tell you how much stretch is required in knit fabrics, or it might have a minimum amount of stretch or a maximum amount of stretch, and that's always in percentage form. So we put the stretch percentages for all of our fabrics on the website. So if you go to this fabric on the website, click on it, you'll see all the information in there. You'll see that it's 160 grams per square metre, so 160 GSM. You'll see what the stretch percentage is, you'll see how wide it is. So we put as much information in there as possible so that you can browse through your patterns and know if this particular fabric is going to be right for that project or not. We try to make it as simple as we can because online shopping can be hard, at the best of times, particularly when it comes to fabric. Okay, this one looks really nice with a steel blue round modal. Don't they match really well? So if you wanted to have a plain colour in there, that one works. Or the white double brush poly is a nice option as well. We're getting low on the white double brush poly, and then we are just about out of white. I do have some more whites on their way to me, but they're a little way away. But I have ordered extra this time, finally. Hopefully the extras will arrive. Okay, so this is maple cotton spandex. Next, I have a Rayon Challis for you. I probably should have ironed this. This has been sitting in this box for quite a while. Isn't it pretty? Rayon Challis is a beautiful fabric. It's light, it's airy, it's cool, it's so breathable. It's a beautiful fabric to wear in summer. Woven is just a little bit different to sew, that's all. In some ways it's probably easier to sew, but it is a little bit more fiddly, a little bit more time consuming, I think. But fabrics like this make it worth it. So Rayon Challis is just a beautiful fabric. So it's 100% rayon. It is 143 centimetres wide, so that's a lot wider than the woven fabrics that you would generally find at the big chain stores. So that's something to keep in mind as well when choosing fabric for a pattern. You may be able to fit more pieces across the width because a lot of them are used to, I think, about 112 centimetres wide. I think it often is woven fabric. So just check and see. You might just be able to order a little bit less. Definitely give this a wash. This one will shrink a little bit in the wash, so keep that in mind as well when you're ordering, that there will be a little bit of shrinkage to this because it's a natural fibre. This one's called Desert Sky. Let me show you up close. It's really pretty, and I'll show you which fabrics go with this one. Let's see. Sand, double brush poly, looks really nice. We have some reds. We'll go with the red flowers in there. So this one is Fire Engine Red. This is a cotton spandex. And this one is the Scarlet single brush poly. Also looks really nice. Or you could go with pink with it. This is the pink double brush poly, which looks really nice. And this one is the Royal Blue cotton spandex. I do love this combination. There's just little bits of blue in here, and it really brings those out. Let's see. Poppy red, round spandex is another option. I know all these reds are similar, but you just might have one of them at home already that you would be able to coordinate with it. So we try and show you those just in case you have a cut of it already to go in your little stash that you're hiding there at home. Blue Ocean, double brush poly is the next one. Okay, so this is Desert Sky, Rayon Challis. It's a woven, no stretch. Did I show you the drape? I didn't. It's beautiful. Lovely. Okay, this one we have had before, and my goodness, was it popular. It went so quickly. This is Gwen in yellow, and it is back. We have Gwen in mauve at the moment, and then this one, Gwen in yellow. This is a single brush poly, so it's brushed and soft on the outside, and this one is particularly cool and slinky on the inside. They're never all equal. They're always, you know, different levels of brushed or different levels of slinkiness, and this one's quite nice and slinky. Beautiful stretch. Look at that. Both ways. Nice drape. So this one you could put with yellow, rayon modal. Also matches well with the ivory double brush poly, which we have sold out of, but if you have some at home, the ivory does go with this too. And the navy rayon modal too. If you wanted to put a solid colour in there, they look really nice. So this one's a restock, Gwen in yellow. Okay. No, I thought I was at the last one. I'm not yet. I'm close. Second last one. Now this one's a little bit different as well. This is a cotton spandex. It's 170 GSM, so it is slightly heavier than the last one. Really not enough that you can feel it. It's softer than the last one, definitely, but the other one will soften up when you wash it. Now I need to show you this one up close. So these, I'm not sure what you call these, my words are failing me right now. They're like little, they're kind of stuck on, these little bits. I'm sure there's a proper word, and it is not in my head right now. I can't think of it. So this fabric should not go in the dryer because these bits will come off. And I think with a fair amount of wear, you might find that some of them come off as well. I think that's probably just the nature of this sort of a design. And I would definitely either hand wash or wash it in a wash bag just to be sure. So it's this really gorgeous pale pink. This one's called Guess. It's got nice stretch horizontally and nice stretch vertically as well. And really nice drape. So it's really cute, a little bit different. This one's 155 centimetres wide, so just slightly wider than normal. But the print on there is really gorgeous. It's not the print, but the little stick-ons is really cute. The words will come to me once I finish this video, and then I'll feel really silly. Anyway, that's all right. I'm used to that. It's no problem. So this one is Guess in pink. Okay, now we're up to our Sunday special, and this week it is a Rayon Spandex. Now, Rayon Spandex gets a really bad rap. It's amazing, an amazing fabric for many reasons, but it has its flaws, Rayon Spandex. It's beautiful because it's a natural fibre. It is so soft, and its stretch is amazing, has the most amazing stretch. Its flaws are it doesn't have great recovery from its stretch. So it'll stretch out, but it doesn't always bounce all the way back in. So often with Rayon Spandex, it can be bigger on you at the end of the day than it was when you first put it on at the start of the day. For me personally, I tend to use Rayon Spandex mainly for t-shirts because there's not too much weight in a t-shirt and it's not going to stretch out and pull itself out. I've got a couple of Rayon Spandex t-shirts and I love them. They are just beautiful. But even when I do just make a t-shirt, I still put some clear elastic in the shoulder seams. That just helps to give it some stability, keep it a little bit stronger. And if you were going to make a dress or something with it, hopefully it's got a waist seam and you could put some clear elastic in that waist seam as well, which will help to give it just that little bit more strength and just hold itself together that little bit more. It's not the sort of fabric that you should let hang before hemming or anything like that. Personally, I would hem it straight away because the hem will give it that little bit more strength. And it's probably, once it is a garment, it's probably a garment best folded, not hung up, because it can stretch out. And definitely give it a wash because it will shrink. But it's very, very pretty. Other than all of that, I don't mean to scare you, but I don't want you to be surprised by what Rayon Spandex ends up being. It is what it is, and it's great. It's great for a lot of things. You just need to be aware of how it works. We do have clear elastic on the website, so if you wanted to give this one a go and you don't have clear elastic at home, I would recommend buying some clear elastic at the same time, just to have it on hand, ready to sew into some of those seams. Okay, so this one has got quite a few coordinates. Whoops. Okay, this is steel blue, Rayon modal. Sand, also looks really nice. This is double brush poly. Peach, double brush poly, looks really nice. There's quite a few different colours in here, so it's great to coordinate with. Olive single brush poly, what I'm wearing, looks really nice with it. And masala double brush poly is another one. Dark rose double brush poly. Dark raisin. Why don't I have dark raisin? I think or do I? I do have dark raisin. There we go. Let me just get that going. There we go. Dark raisin, double brush poly. And dark mauve, double brush poly. Again, you can see all of these pictures on the website, and it's a bigger coloured piece, so you can see a bit better how it matches. Camellia pink. But we show you so many again because you just might have a cut of one of these fabrics at home, which means you don't have to necessarily buy another one. This is bluegrass, double brush poly. And baby pink, cotton spandex is really cute too. You could go some avocado, bit of avocado, cotton spandex with it, or army, double brush poly, matches in with those leaves. So lots of coordinates. So this one is your Lush Sunday special today, which means it's a bit cheaper just for today, which gives you the opportunity of trying something different. So if it's a base that you haven't tried before, now's a really good time to give it a go. It's really beautiful and soft. Okay, that's all of our fabrics for today. As always, we will be running a competition on our Facebook group. So Lush Fabrics and then Australia in brackets is our Facebook group. And we'll be giving away a $50 Lush gift card today. Tomorrow actually, it'll be given away. So all you need to do is comment on the post, and that just helps to keep it in people's feeds so that they can see that there is a new video out. So you can comment as many times as you like. Each comment is an entry, and then I will choose a winner on Monday at 4 p.m. Western Standard Time. That is all. I hope you like this week's fabrics. We are finally back. We're in the rhythm again with our Sunday videos. I'll see you next week with our next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.